Guys, hello and welcome and welcome and hello and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. You have tuned in to Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. Guys, we have a live studio audience for the first time. Everybody is pumped up. Actually, we do not have a live studio audience. We simply have a couple of children's noisemakers. Guys, I know it's been a long week. You guys work very hard, as do I. I know that, the reason I do this show, it's obviously not for money. It's, I've been told many times by you turds that I have a face for radio. I know I'm aging rather poorly. That's not important to me at all. I'm not losing money here, guys. I've been doing this long enough where it doesn't mean anything to me. Price action doesn't mean anything to me. Shorting doesn't mean anything to me. FUD narratives concocted by analysts in the thick of night. Word salads that are amplified by imbeciles in the media who don't understand what they're talking about. He was a hotelier in Ireland and he moved to South Africa where he was a recording engineer. And now he churns out financial articles, 7 a day, that move markets. And it's like, I guess it's freedom of speech, guys. Anybody can say whatever they want. I mean, I'm just an idiot like anybody else. And I have a forum here talking to just a couple of idiots, you guys. But this price action is scaring so many people. I heard it online today. I was hearing it, all over the place in my comments. Like, aren't you stupid? Don't you feel stupid? The price went down. You're an idiot. Like, everything you say about SOFI is wrong. I'm like, come on, guys, grow up. Are we adults? Are we going to get into, like, the name-calling thing? You think because, mechanics are shorting the hell out of SOFI and retailers are buying a lot of calls that are very, very stupid for short dates? I'm not buying those calls, and when I do, I'm never getting stuck with them, or very rarely. The market makers are not getting my money. I don't do this because I'm frustrated or angry. I do this because I see so many people that buy the tops of the market and then they sell at big losses and they rinse and repeat this over and over again, and their portfolio has no stability. They call themselves long-term investors, but they're not long-term investors. That's why the market and the market makers are always perpetually kicking them in the balls, because they trade like hamsters. They're always in and out of the market. I'm long. You're not long anything. If you're always trading in and out of the market and most of the time you're wrong, you're not long anything, and you should stop doing it. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to make here, is that it doesn't have to be complicated. U-turders and people on TV and these analysts, they try to make it sound extremely complicated. But if you cut to the crux of the issue, there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. SOFI is showing consistent, sustainable growth. SOFI has a good business model. SOFI's business activities are already profitable at the bottom line. That's why I don't understand with the Gary argument. He's like, well, the growth is bad, this growth because they're just burning money. It's like, SOFI's already profitable. I mean, it's extraordinary for a company growing at these rates. It's just incredible what SOFI's accomplishing. You can't show me another company with this stability, with this management, with this growth trajectory, with these margins that they're going to hit. And I saw Anthony Noto, he was talking about, hey, let's for now, or maybe it was LaPointe, but I think both of them said, let's for now keep 30%, gross margins. Because the bottom line is, and this is another thing that was so ridiculous about Gary's second article, was he's like, well, you'd think that without branches and with the digital first model, they'd be more efficient, right? Wrong. They don't have as good of margins as Chase. He's comparing apples and oranges. He's looking at a snapshot of the 2023 financials as if SOFI is a mature company that's been around for 100 years like Chase or Bank of America. It's just an extraordinary exercise in intellectual dishonesty. He's like, huh? I don't understand write-downs. Huh? I don't understand accounting. What's this? Question mark. Come on. You've been in the industry seemingly 80 years. Like, you don't understand this stuff? you might think it's bad, you might disagree with it, but pretending there's all these unknowns and SoFi is so young and so fragile and so stable and so unstable. Excuse me. You know, it is what it is, guys. I said I was going to keep this short. Obviously, I'm lying like I always am, but let me share my screen. Let me do you turds a favor. We got the Savage of Wall Street online. I think I saw some of your content, Savage. Were you the guy your picture was turned sideways, like in portrait mode? Was that you? Looks a little bit like you, but it's hard to tell. I have to turn my head like this. Anyway, turds, let's talk about SoFi. It's ticker symbol SOFI. What the hell is this? It's un poco mas. My name's Danny Deals. I have some things written on my cell phone. I've got other things scratched out and chicken scratch on this paper. Oh, it's a big mess, guys, but when isn't it? Somebody's sharing. What the hell's going on here? What's J Money up to? I don't know, guys. J Money's sharing something with me. I have no idea how this system works. J Money, aka Not a Lurker. Not a Lurker, your headless corpse is here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my bad. I was putting get out of here, Not a Lurker. If you want to be on, put your head on. Nobody wants to see your avatar, which is just a white circle and a gray lifeless head. I won't say it's not that much different than your regular haircut, but we won't go there. We won't go there because we love J Money on this show. We're a big Not a Lurker fans on this program, as we always have been. So, guys, I've got my notes. I got all kinds of things written on this piece of paper. I don't know. I've been writing bullshit on it all day. But let's talk SoFi, guys. Okay, a lot of people are upset. A lot of people have their ego tied to price action. A lot of people think if SoFi is attacked by shorts, that means the shorts are winning. Price action determines who's winning everything. The shorts are not necessarily the same guys selling these options. I mean, they might be killing the options. They might be allies. They might be allied. Their interest might be in holding the stock down. But I explained to you in my last video, longs, institutional longs have an interest in bringing the stock down too because they want attrition. But what do they all need down here to get you out of the stock? They need consolidation. They need churn. They need attrition. They need swing turders to give up. They need momentum turders to give up. They need day turders to give up. They need you to sell the dip so you can smell the rip. Smells like freedom. Anyway, guys, let's see who's here. Anybody of consequence? Anybody important? I saw a quote J Money had put up not long ago. I think it was, who was it? Was that Matt Flo? Who's here, guys? Welcome and hello. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us on Un Poco Mas. We had everything SoFi in on the first. We had Roland Dubs representing Raider Nation and a commitment to excellence, a pride, and a poise that none of you other sports fans will ever understand, and I pity you for that. And I once again commend and salute Roland Dubs and the entire Raider Nation. Who else do we have? We have Matt Flo, of course, the great Matt Flo. We have David Blanchard loaded up at 7. Yeah, I was buying late, guys. I'm going to give you my my playbook for bear hunting and combating the sharks. Obviously, I can't advocate for collective action. I can't give anybody else advice, but I can only say, what I do, what it makes a lot of sense to do. And then you just have to analyze the information and make up your own mind. I'm really just JR. Well, no, hello. Have to watch later. Give me tonight. Hey, enjoy the replay. I'm really just JR. Let's see. So many of these comments are not a lurker. It's hard to sift through them. C-Bar having a cocktail. Cheers. Welcome and enjoy. Invited the piano key. I invented the piano key necktie. I invented the piano key necktie. Is everyone on crazy pills? Like Mugatu is a great character. So go lose 5 pounds immediately. Your ass got in the way of my pin. So I'll probably be sleeping when it goes live. Mikkel Hagen, don't go to sleep, Mikkel Hagen. There's nothing in it for you. You're not going to make any money that way. Yeah, I mean, if it goes to 6, it goes to 6, guys. It's just hard for me to believe, like, ARK is buying 15 million shares, up in the 8s just very, very recently. I mean, Vanguard was loading higher very, very recently. So these are institutions that can prevent the drop. But again, why would they if they're playing the long game? Why wouldn't they want to accumulate at 6? It's Aunt Kathy buy the dip Woods. I don't need any makeup. I've got these cheekbones. I got kind of this plain look. Makes it look like an intellectual. these kind of 50s elongated glasses while I'm incinerating your money in my ARC funds. The humanity. Anyway, hello and welcome, guys. Welcome and hello. M. Russo's here. Got to buy under 7. Yeah. I mean, you could hit the shares under 7. It wasn't just the stop loss deal, guys. I mean, they pushed into the low 690s, I guess, several times. Didn't really. Guys, am I still alive? Sorry about that. I think I had an internet glitch. Sorry. If anybody's still here, let's try to get back to this deal. I don't know. That could have been J Money sabotaging me. I feel like he might be angling for a job with Tevis or Uncle Bruce. So keep your eye on him, guys. But let's take a look. Where were we? So 52 million shares traded. Guys, the net short this time around was almost 14 million shares. So you can see that, the shorts are absolutely on tilt, guys. Look at the last just 2 months. Okay, the last 2 months, the shares on loan have gone from 116 million to 250 million now. And I guarantee you after today, that number is going to be at least like 255, 260. And what have we seen the last 2 times the official short interest has come out? It's been way, way behind. They've been masking this thing. Ortex has been miles behind it. They're already showing to it. Now, what if Uncle Bruce is right? And I believe that he is. They're going to take a ton of shares off the table that are not going to be available to short. They're not going to be available for anything. They're going to be locked up. You have people like Kathy Wood and others, 15 million shares locked up. I believe you have returders, not dumping, locked up. And you have this massive short into fundamental strength. Yes, mechanics and options traders can make money off technicals. There's no doubt about it. They're not trading fundamentals, guys. There is no fundamental weakness with SOFI. Let me repeat that. There is no fundamental weakness at SOFI. Can I get an amen? Amen. What's going on, Savage Wall Street? Uncle Bruce has been right for 3 years. Hey, we're all right all the time. I just see huge candles, pre-market pro trades. Just think that shorting algos. They're lining up all kinds of things for the day. I mean, look at this thing. They're just shorting the piss out of it. I mean, it's crazy. Cost to borrow still very, very low. Shares available were all the way down to 250,000 in the cost to borrow, so they can just put more shares on the market. These institutions are both short and long. They're killing options. They're buying options. They're making money every which way but loose because they can predict the emotional responses of returders. They know when they drive this thing down, they're like, oh, we hit 691. Everybody panic. Like, I'm going to be smart. I'm not going to set my stop loss at 699. I'm going to set it at 694. They know all this stuff. They know all these tricks. You guys aren't smarter than anybody. You're a bunch of idiots.
Let's really drill down on this.
Sorry for that technical glitch, guys. That was probably my fault. Let's go, guys. J-Mac, Ken Migan. Hallelujah. Got a hallelujah there. We got Steve in the mountains. Danny, better take shares off the table. No, I got no problem, Steve. I'm not taking any shares off the table at all. I'm doubling down. I bought a ton of leaps, guys. I have so many options contracts. I'm all bullish on SOFI. I have zero hedge. I don't do stop losses. Not worried about it at all, Steve. I'm, it's like he said in that one movie. He's like, this is my safety. Like, I don't need a safety, guys. I can sell at the top. Like I said, I sold $100,000 worth of this turd at 1160. I bought back in. I've consistently been able to call the tops and bottoms. My average is in the mid to upper 5s, and when you put options in it, my average is probably like 0. So I'm not worried about it. And, if the stock goes down, it goes down. I'm not crying about it. But I'm looking at the plan Anthony Noto put forth to the SOFI board of directors 6 years ago when they were interviewing him. I'm looking at the speech he made. I'm looking at the promises he made. I'm looking at what they laid out. And the man has delivered. He's executed. He has surpassed, I think, anyone's expectations for what this company could have accomplished during the student loan pause, during the COVID moratoriums. Like, yes, there was easy money. And yes, in certain respects, that inflated things for SOFI and made them look better than they were. There's a lot of money flowing everywhere. But SOFI continues to execute. They continue to excel through high rate environments, through defaults, personal loans, student loan pauses, deferments. And we have now deferment higher for longer. We have interest rate cuts being delayed. I don't think we're going to get any increases. I don't think inflation's that bad. But there might not be cuts. People are saying May, people are saying June, yada, yada, yada. Whatever it is, SOFI continues to execute. And they will get more direct deposit customers, higher for longer, those sticky direct deposit customers. Everybody's so worried about their balance sheet, that they're capital constrained, that they're not being able to lend. It's a bunch of crap. Those were the same analysts that were, just 3 months, 6 months ago saying SOFI was lending far too much. So Noto comes out, says they're going to get more selective on their loans, cut their risk. They're selling loans anytime they want. Do people really think the secondary market for personal loans, for unsecured loans, is just going to go away overnight, that there's not going to be any buyers for those loans when SOFI has the most qualified buyers of just about any lender in the market, or the most qualified borrowers of just about any lender in the market? It doesn't make any sense. There's always going to be a buyer for that. And if SOFI has to take a small loss, that's not the end of the world. These analysts are acting like this loan book is some existential threat to SOFI. And when you listen to Kevin Fudler with Piper Fudley, he's one of these people that actually understands it. And then you listen to Andrew Jeffrey, they actually understand the loan book, and that SOFI's accounting system allows them to actually make more profit. It's actually good for SOFI. That Noto is basically outmaneuvering these short turds. Now, can we stop these guys from shorting the stock into oblivion? Absolutely not. They can continue to short. The only people that can stop them are people with bigger money. And I just don't see, is it possible Kathy Wood, after hours one day, really looks at SOFI, really knows Noto, really has that come to Jesus moment? She drops, a 10 million share order. Is something like that possible? It certainly is, because she's notorious now for trying to sell the tops of a lot of these stocks, because she's realized, I think, through the last several years of folly, that you can't just hold disruptors that aren't making any money through, a gut check economy. You're just going to get absolutely obliterated, which she did. And she looked pretty stupid, and she became the butt of a lot of jokes. And I think that's why she's buying really high quality stocks now, like SOFI. And I think SOFI is going to be, one of the stocks that really resurrects and, burnishes her reputation. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Sorry about the rant, guys. Let me go over my notes. Let me go over just a very few things here. Just looking at the charts, guys, yes, we broke down below this support level quite decisively, but in my opinion, it's all shorting. They killed a lot of options, and they made a lot of money. It doesn't affect long, so there's only two ways you realize losses, essentially, guys. If you're stupid enough to buy these short-term calls and you just burn your premium at the end of Friday because you're a bag holder and you're weak and you're dumb and you're basically modeling your investment career after Fredo, you realize the loss. Your option's at zero. You sold at a big loss. You dumped. You tried to roll it. You're just too dumb. You don't know what you're doing. And you lost your money that way. The other way is if you sell the dip and smell the rip. You dump at the bottom. Now, hopefully, you guys have learned enough to know that this thing is as simple as buying low and selling high. I mean, Warren Buffett talked about it, how backward the mentality is of people who get angry at price action. People whose ego is tied to a stock they own, the price being high at any particular moment in time, when they weren't planning to sell the stock anyway. Like, it's ridiculous. If you go, Toyota had a safety recall. It wasn't my model. It doesn't affect me at all. I love my car. I wasn't going to sell my car. It's the best car I've ever owned. But because they had some sensor on some other car at some other country, you're panicking for no reason. It's ridiculous. They create this panic response. Why are people panicking right now on SOFI? You see the reaction on social media. You see it all over the financial media. I mean, this chart does not give me reason for panic. These giant gap down drops have happened repeatedly. What do you get after this? Look at this. You see the same thing, goes way, way down, and then it bottoms out, and then it makes a steady rise right back up to this line. That's what we're going to do here, because there's no fundamental weakness at SOFI. It's made up FUD, guys. It's made up FUD. That's why I concocted this tile. Why should you not be afraid of price action? Why should you not be afraid of shorts? As long as you're not buying those weekly calls, they're driving the price down, kicking you in the nuts. Now, some of you that were selling puts and you're so, puff out your chest that you're selling puts all the time. I don't know where you sold them, what you sold them, but, believe me, price action is not always your friend. There's a ton of volatility around the stock. So selling options, you can lose just like buying options. But max pain was 8. And I mean, the stock closed at 7. Max pain on Friday was back up to 8. Max pain next week looking like $7.50. Anyway, that's the tile, but look at the daily, guys. I mean, I don't know what these candles are. I think these are erroneous somehow, because it's showing volume like 8 million on these particular candles on the daily. I think that's a mistake on Yahoo. Yeah, 13 million. It's got to be, that must be cumulative or something very odd. They're doing like hourly cumulative. I've seen charts malfunction. Charts, excuse me, not charts. But just look at that chart, guys. Does that look like anything organic, anything people are putting together? And the volume indication reflects that. It's just absolutely flat, absolutely zero variance. So there weren't even a lot of big buys coming into the stock. It was just absolute algo locked on, and impressively so, guys. These algos, these shorts, the bears, the options sellers usually are well funded, but it's just a little bit odd that they pushed the stock quite that low. It didn't seem like that was the ideal thing for option sellers. But yeah, taking a look at max pain, as far as 315 was 8. Now, if I refresh this, it's probably going to kick me back to 322. No, it's still 315. So max pain, yeah, had gone down to 750, and you can see that's pretty well aligned at 7. That was the volume today. So I don't know, guys. The algo, the smart money was just cleaning up, and it was very, very neat. Look, now the options lighten up in about 2 to 3 weeks, so that's why I think we're going to see that push up before the ER. I think market makers are looking for a top line beat from this NBA deal. I think the growth is going to be much better than, management's letting on and that others are giving us credit for. But we'll just have to wait and see on that. I don't know if you guys have heard this carp deal.
Like almost nothing makes a human happier than taking the lines of cocaine and away from these
That's
short
funny,
sellers
Thomas.
who are going short on a truly great American company, not just ours, but it just love pulling down great American companies so that they can pay for their coke. And the best thing that could happen to them is we will lead their coke dealers to their homes after they can't pay their bills. And that's like one of my...
Surely all short sellers.
Yeah, well...
They all are cokeheads. You know that. He's right. But he's a patriot. He's an American. He sort of has this like boyish ideal that if you work hard and do the right thing, you're going to get ahead sometime. And the short sellers aren't going to make a chart that looks like a zipper that your balls got sucked up in from There's Something About Mary. It's like, it's very, very jagged. Bring the camera, get everybody in here. Anyway, guys, looking at today, like the stock is basically flat, right? You see it, and you see that reflected in the short volume ratio, 52%. Nice and flat. When the stock goes way down, these are these days, 72, 67. It's completely predictive. If you don't believe me, just go to Fintel. You can look at these for free. Yeah, some of this data is going to be blacked out, but look at the ratios and then go back and look at the daily price action and tell me I'm making things up and tell me that I'm overestimating the importance of this ratio to the daily sort of short-term price action of the stock. And that's what, frankly, these short options buyers are looking at. That's how they're making money, because people get all exuberant and they buy a bunch of these calls a week and 2 weeks out. And market makers see all that data in real time. Their computer programs can tell them how to optimally make the most money, skinning you weak shitheads alive. And it just, again, it's not for me that it makes me angry. even though I may not seem like it, I know enough not to lose my money. I very rarely, now on penny stocks, yeah, I lose money, but I kind of know that going in. On real stocks, real investments that I have real serious positions in, I very rarely lose my money because I just listen to Warren. I'm like, why would you get upset when a company you love goes on sale? It's illogical. You didn't want to sell it anyway. Why don't you guys have been, oh, I'm praying for a dip. I hope for a dip. Well, here's the dip. And you losers aren't buying. You're all hot air. You're all bullshit. You don't have any bankroll. You live on internet forums. God, I hate you guys. I hope none of you are my subscribers. I love my subscribers, but I hate you guys. Absolutely hate you. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm glad Tevis is enjoying my scientific content. Not all of us can be a chemical engineer like Deadliest Catch Chris. Deadliest Catch Chris. You know, he seemed almost as confused as me trying to talk about the steel. Again, the only two people I felt really, really understood it that I heard from was Uncle Bruce and possibly to a lesser degree Roy. But again, Tevis is blowing up, so Tevis is just dreaming of greatness. Yachts, models, boats, hoes, probably some of that good Peruvian wham that Carp is on about. So, no, I would never insinuate that Tevis parties on yachts with models, but wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. For us fat suburban douchers, it's only a distant dream, but, you know, a girl can dream, can't she? They shoot horses, don't they? 75 in the chat. I find that hard to believe. Would Kathy stop buying? Now she get... I mean, it just depends, Savage of Wall Street. She's not the kind of person who waits and waits and waits, you know, on stocks. Sorry, I keep missing Tevis's comment. I'm working around like a hamster on crack. J-Money's putting it up for me. And I keep missing it. But anyway, Fundamentals of Investing podcast, boats and hoes. I'm basically dealing more manifestations. And I could see that. Tevis is like, Canadian players drinking sangria. I'll do you in the back of maybe a Shoney's. I don't know what you guys have up there, but the way I hear it, Tevis is worldwide. He's consulting for major corporations throughout, you know, the Miami, Latin American area. You know, no, I'm sure I would bet my bottom dollar Tevis does not actually have a drug problem because you really can't be that successful and use drugs. I'm just joking. And I think Carp, you know, these short sellers, they're ruthless. You know, he's just kind of making sort of a funny insinuation there. It's just, you know, I kind of understand his frustration because he's like, listen, we're working so hard. We're trying to defend the national security of the United States. We're doing all these things. And basically we have all these little, you know, snipers and little, you know, whatever you want to call it, just picking around the edges, people who don't really produce anything, people who've never built a great American company. They just come in and they take advantage of volatility, take advantage of the emotions of retailers that they're weak and stupid, much like you guys. And he's getting angry at that. I think he's getting angry because his shareholders are getting taken advantage of. He personally has plenty of money. It's not about him. And that's kind of, though I'm not a billionaire, I'm not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination, this is not about me. I know what to do when a stock goes down. I know what to do at maximum fear. I buy the fear. Like Andrew Jeffrey said, buy the fear. 8 days a week. Okay, SOFI Technologies, buy the dip. I think we went over this the other day, but again, really good article. Highly recommend it. This one, SOFI by the numbers, watch the small print. The Gary Gordon piece. It's an extremely intellectually dishonest exercise, and if you're going to read it, I would recommend you go ahead and get yourself a barf bag before you start, because it is really nauseating. I mean, he takes a snapshot of the 2023 financials, and he analyzes it as if SOFI is a completely mature company that's been around like Chase for 100 years or whatever. And he's talking about how their margins are surprisingly not as good, you know, as the mega banks, even though they don't have any branches. And he just completely disingenuously pretends that he doesn't understand the company's growing, and that's going to affect their margins in the future. And the fact that they are all digital and don't have branches, when they add customers, when they add more clients, when they add more revenue at the top line, more gets to the bottom line because they don't have as many marginal costs. Their marginal cost is lower. It's un poco lower, Gary. It's less. Don't you get it? Why do you think everybody's going to come to Galileo? Why do you think people have to go digital? Why do you think SoFi is growing so fast? Why do you think Capital One just bought Discover? Now, part of that is for their credit card business. No, okay, it's all for their credit card business. That was a bad analogy. That was a poor example. Go you. You caught me. You caught me slipping up. What's going on, Alberto? Un poco menos. It's much less, Tevis. Thanks for joining me, Tevis. It's good to have, it's good to have some U-turd heavyweights, some heavy hitters in the house. A lot of people consider me an intellectual lightweight, despite my portly nature. It's not fun, guys. You think they give intellectual lightweights these SoFi Tommy Bahama shirts? You think intellectual lightweights have glasses like this and have sweat on their furrowed brow? Do I look like a man who's not kept up at night with worry about my stock portfolio because I've purchased a series of ill-advised growth stocks on the advice of greats like StockMo? Because I stand on the shoulders of giants like StockMo and people who dye their hair silly colors and pretend to quit YouTube only to come back a week later with a different color hair, selling me another bullshit thing for $30 a month because you have pink hair now? Fuck you guys. They're ripping you guys off. And I'm as pissed as Carp. I'm fired up. I don't need any Peruvian wham wham. Oh, it's 100% pure adrenaline. Ultimate rush. Ultimate high. So anyway, guys, that's neither here nor there. Let's take it down 1,000. No, I'm not buying anything from you, Savage of Wall Street. After you sold me that Honda Civic, had a bad ignition. Looked like somebody busted in there with a screwdriver. Took us down to Chinatown. Anyway, guys, trying to see who's outside. Got all kinds of things going on, all kinds of noises being made out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You had Andrew Jeffrey with Truist reiterate at 14. Guys, sorry, I'm sweating like a pig. Cute's the small, wonderful, best dog in the world. Likes things really warm, so we're seem to be running the heater at full blast, and we turned it up to the hotter than the hinges of hell setting and then broke off the knob. So Cutes is very comfortable sleeping away. But of course, I'm sweating like a whore in church. And what else is new? I have like 3 layers of black on, including this cheap SoFi rayon shirt, which is mostly made of lead. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome to those of you who join me later. It is Danny Deals for J Money, Not a Lurker on the Wheels of Steel. I'd like to thank you for joining us. We have Stock Karen as well as Hurricane Lopez in the control room. And we'd also like to thank Cutes for napping away intently, sitting her butt right on my pillow. And of course, we'd like to say a big we love you to Princess J, or at least I do. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome to all of our new viewers. As Not a Lurker can attest, you do not want to subscribe to this channel. What happens is YouTube gets a hold of your information. Okay, then they sell it to the data brokers. Okay, then you're getting un poco mas updates on your phone. You're getting telemarketers calling you, trying to sell you un poco mas. And Danny Deals will come knocking on your door saying, "Excuse me, sir, would you like to buy some aluminum siding?" I go, "No, son, we don't need no aluminum siding. Our house has got, wood out there." He's like, "That sure smells good. You mind if I join you folks for dinner?" He's like, "Psh, ah." Door hit me right in the face. Oh, guys, you don't want to sell door-to-door aluminum siding if you got an appetite around dinner time, I'll tell you that. I don't know why I assumed this southern accent. I don't know why I'm so hot. But anyway, guys, let me get through the rest of my notes. This show is kind of crashing and burning right before your eyes. But this is the magic of live television. I blame Not a Lurker. He's producing the show. If you have any complaints, send them to him. When we should have been doing show prep, he was shaving that head. So he looked good. He looks good. But I didn't have my prep. So that's the problem. Not a Lurker looking good doesn't do me any good. There he is. There he is. I see. That's distracting. He's got... Guys, so... I don't know why this show makes people happy. God bless you guys, man. God bless... J Money for helping me out here. But anyway, guys, there he is. There he is. Hold on. No, I thought... Wait a second. I thought for a second that was the guy from RoboCop. No, that's J Money. Oh my, that is J Money. I thought, yeah. No, that's him. He's got those 50 style glasses. But thanks for joining us, guys. He's clicked the like. Steve in the Mountains is absolutely smashing the like button. We really appreciate that. I would not recommend it. Anyway, guys, I've talked myself out. I'm completely exhausted. I feel like I've just gone 15 rounds. I'm going to remove you, not a lurker, because your face is gone. SOFI was 26. It's not at 7. Relax there, fanboy. I like Noto too, but he needs to make this turn. Yeah, I mean, your point is taken, Savage. I mean, I'm not expecting it to go back to 26 like any minute here. That was crazy euphoria of COVID days, guys. Remember, during that period, Hylian was $50. Neo, I think, went to 65. That's now at 6. Okay. So honestly, going up to 26 during those SPAC mania days and being that a lot of these companies that were SPACs are now in the pennies. They're going bankrupt. Tattoo Chef, Microvast, I mean, PaySafe. You want to be in PaySafe when that turd falls from 8 to 4 overnight? I mean, SOFI is absolutely killing it. You cannot control short-term price action. You cannot lock your ego up in it. It's like Warren said, why are you angry when something you want to buy and you don't plan to sell goes on sale temporarily? If you're long, that should make you happy. You should see the opportunity. That's why I'm feigning outrage at these bearish analysts. If the Chia Pet or Michael Perito or Giuliano Bologna, the bologna sandwich, or Midwest Values from Morgan Fudley, or Kevin Fudster from Piper Fudmer, if they crash the stock, all I do is buy more shares. I don't lower my cost basis because my cost basis is like $5.60 some cents. Alberto, I can't, unless you have some ideas, man. Alberto looks like my old next door neighbor I used to babysit, Ramon Rodriguez, who then became like an army hero. Good kid. He used to change his diapers. I don't know what they fed that kid, but pooped a lot of weird green stuff. Yeah, Tevis got big shoes to follow. Guys, you should have... I don't want to tell them their business because, honestly, I'm a lot to handle, and I tend to rant and tend to not stay on topic and don't tend to understand, complex concepts as well as these... pale Canadian types, these young... I was pretty surprised how Jack Tanner is. I mean, I saw him there with his little posture, looking like a little G.I. Joe doll, his little, like, khaki-colored shirt. And the guy flexed up on me. I was like, dude, literally, this guy can bench press more than me, and he weighs 1/3 of me. That's a pisser. I got a better mustache than him, but that's about it. Vest's better than me. He's ripped. He's Canadian. He's very pale. I don't know what Tevis has got going on. Tevis doesn't look like, he's like, he's not, he's not a portly gentleman like myself, but he doesn't look like some psychotic, like, Bowflex guy. Tanner looks like one of those Bowflex models from the 80s, just sitting there with his shirt off, like, for no reason. He's like, he's like, his face looks like he's like, a scientist or something, but then he's just absurdly ripped. It's just making me angry. Just the thought of it. No, not really. I love those guys. As I said, besides the stock goat, which I love the stock goat just from way back, just his passion. That's kind of who I, basically emulate. I was like, this is just a regular guy. And a lot of people watch him. He's just, regular guy ranting about SOFI. I think he's actually a very smart and knowledgeable person, Kyle. People underestimate him because he has like a blue collar type of demeanor. In a matter of speaking, like he didn't go to like an Ivy League college, which, nor did I. So he's all, but as far as like the knowledge and stuff, the SOFI Weekly guys, the old lineup with Amit, I absolutely love those guys. It's just a great show. You get all that for free. It's just incredible. I mean, I know you get this show for free too, but we should be pay you to watching it. Guys, I've got my child's noisemaker. It's actually what they should have done with the show. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, I'm dropping things. I'm all over the place. Sure, rate cut, sure, my leaps. Savage of Wall Street, I like, you're a very active presence. I would like to harness your energy and somehow do something with you. I don't know. You seem like a little bit off in a really good way. 90 in chat, don't like this show, whatever you do. Drinking piss ain't a bad thing if you had watermelon for lunch. I think I get that. Felix's friend posted a very good video on the short interest. You guys are extreme turds. Hello and welcome, Long Island. He's let me pronounce that. Gilgo Beach Slayer. He was upset I was pronouncing it, so I told Noto Lurk, I was like, it rhymes with dildo. Gilgo Beach Slayer. And I'm not giving you a nickname, but I was just saying that's the way I remember it, so I'm sorry. But Gilgo Beach Slayer. Gilgo. I will get that right from now on. I was saying Gilglo or Gigolo. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I was misreading it. Thanks for Noto Lurk for the correction. Gilgo. Very true. Noto team has executed during all the financial difficulties the last few years. My conviction's high. I got to get out of these comments. Savage is back. Savage is making comments. Turd Army. Matt Flo has been promoted to Colonel, which I think we're all better off for. We need more people with short 3-letter names in command, just for brevity. Brevity is the soul of wit. That's why Matt Flo just coming right at you. Staccato. 2 syllables. That's it. Like Madonna. Elmo, too much. Shut up, Danny. These guys are awesome. Blind cover calls. You're all. How many personalities are you employing at any given time there, Savage Wall Street? What's saying when he leaves? Yeah, freaking turders. What's that saying? When they sleep, we eat. Yeah, that guy, that Levels guy who says that doesn't know anything about anything. Funny. These are some key levels. Yeah, give me some key levels. Okay. Freaking out way too much. FUD, stupid goofy. I know. Dream of stuff where, we're ranting online. I'm just buying and holding. I'm not worried at all. It's just, this is a bit, dude. Relax. Buy the fear. That's what I'm doing. Bookend Tackles gets it. He is a New York Giants fan. I do think Eli was part of a Make-A-Wish Foundation that went awry, and he ended up winning 2 Super Bowl rings, just blindly heaving the ball, trying to throw it out of bounds. That's neither here nor there. Guy's got the hardware scoreboard, so that's the way it is. Bookend Tackles can put that in his avatar, and I can do nothing but eat crow. Just take it. Oh, it sticks in my craw. Part of Raider Nation. All in Toyota. Toyota's a really good company. Toyota's a great company. Absolutely incredible company. I had a Toyota Corolla. I didn't put any oil or fluids or parts in for years. Just drove that bastard. Just took you everywhere you wanted to go. Took you there slowly. Took you there with good mileage. Took you there reliably. Toyota makes a hell of a good product, particularly the ones that are a little bit older. Yeah, I mean, they will, but how much will they make on options and different pump and dumps before they did that? No, I mean, I don't have any problem with you selling puts, Savage. My hatred for you is based on other factors, not your striking good looks. I'm selling 8s again. This week, don't assign me. Hey, that's some nice, sweet action, man. You guys are big players. I like to buy high and sell low. Joy Luna's got the right idea. That's what market makers... She took the market makers course. The market makers course says buy high and sell low on panic. Sell the dip and smell the rip, Joy Luna. Of course, that's not the real estate market. Joy Luna's killing it. If you need some luxury real estate, talk to Joy Luna. She'll sell you something. She's probably got a photo on her thing in a beautiful pantsuit where she's just all done up and airbrushed, and she's like just in just a really nice pantsuit. She's just like, the realtor you can trust, Joy Luna. She's making some face like that. I don't know. Probably brings to her open houses, probably maybe some scones. Nothing with too much sugar. Joy Luna's buyers, they're going to be in shape. They're going to know what they're doing. They're going to know what they want. They're not going to want some Entenmann's pastries or something. She's going to bring something just a little bit healthy because she's very savvy. So if you like pantsuits and you want to buy a house, contact Joy Luna. I'm doing free plugs. By the way, go buy something from Flint Creek Soap Company. Princess J loves those products. Flint Creek Soap Company. Google it, turds. Buy something. Support Carp. Carp talked about a great American business. Why not support a great American small business? Small business, pardon me, like Flint Creek Soap Company. I use them for all my soaps and... Well, never mind. Anyway, guys, I think that was mostly what I had today. I don't really know what I said. I don't know why I said it. But yeah, guys, so 13 million additional shares. Let's see if that's updated at all. Maybe they dumped some back. No, still at 13 million, was at 249 million going in. So by my estimation, that'll go up by about half. So by next Monday, 255 million shares on loan. I think the shares short right now are probably... At least 200 million. That's my opinion. Cost to borrow is not high. There's still too many shares on the table. Too many of these market makers, like Sean Connery said, you're playing bull sides. And you are playing bull sides right now. It's like, anyway, charts, excuse me, shorts. Thanks, Tevis. Appreciate Tevis stopping by, man. I love Tevis's channel, by the way. If you guys aren't subscribed to Tevis, his channel is Fundamentals of Investing. Fundamentals of Investing. So he has some great content over there. A lot of shorts. Tevis's content, some of it is really good if you need an explanation. It's more concise. You know, he'll do a 5, 6, 7 minute video, just explain a key concept and get out. You don't have to watch a fat guy sweat and have a mild infarction in front of you and just suffer through that with me. Is that enough plugs? Who else can we plug? J Money, Noto Lurkers selling straight edge razors. He'll come into your house and shave your head. Cost you 10 grand. Tevis bought. Yeah, I bought too. Choosing what's Danny deals Tever because he's a nerd. Yeah, no, I hear you, Tevis. Nerds! No, I'm kind of a nerd too, actually. I'm just kind of a fat, weird-looking nerd with a beard. So that's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, Steve is selling Pokemon and baseball cards. I have 15. I have options on Tevis's career. I'm optioning. I have leaps on Tevis's career. I'm going to attach myself to Tevis, and as he blows up into this consulting executive role, making tens of millions of dollars per year, I'm going to just collect 5% of his income and just live a modest life. It's all I need. I'm surprised Tevis agreed to that arrangement, but maybe he had a few too many Molsons. Maybe he was celebrating with his crew out for some sushi and Sapporos and signed the agreement. So I'm Tevis's agent and bodyguard. What an arrangement. Actually, he doesn't need me. Tanner could beat the living piss out of me, that little guy. It's like, hey, you want to see me do 300 push-ups on my fingertips? Not really. It's kind of depressing. I'm going to go have a chicken quesadilla. Next month, man. Danny, I've seen the same comment. The price will stay low and institutions reach 70. What? No. Not 70%. We need 50 with Dr. Bob, who knows more. You know, he's forgotten more than any turds will ever know. He's looking for 50. I'd love to see 60, but 50 would be nice. 50 would stabilize things quite nicely. Guys, look at the dump. 7's not that bad. 7, what are you guys afraid of? Are you a bunch of bedwetters? 7. The price just went in the mid-4s. Should have been buying then. Grow a pair of testicles. Don't come to me. Tell me you wish it fell. Oh, I wish it goes back to 5. Yeah, everybody wishes. Now that they made a net profit, now that you know they're going to keep making a profit, now that they're killing it, now they have the NBA deal, now that they have the bank core deal, now that you know they're negotiating in a large proof of concept with a top 5 financial institution, now that you know these things, yeah, you'd like to buy at 5. You know, but if my aunt had a package, she would be my uncle. Y'all heard? It's Danny Deals. It's un poco mas. And you guys need to settle down. You need to get a grip. Nothing's wrong. Settle down, guys. No reason to panic. No, seriously, there really isn't. No, they don't need 70% because, guys, remember, I mean, insiders own a huge chunk of the company as well. I mean, Rochelle was selling again today. Oh, that motherfucker. He sold, not today, the filing was today, but all these guys sold. They sold the top. I mean, it's smart. I don't like it. White's always selling that. I mean, I know you're going to dump at the top in December. Okay, it's fine. But, you know, shareholders are twisting in the wind here. The SOFI customers taken care of. Their management team, their executive team is very, very well taken care of. And I know they don't want to pump the stock till 2026, 2027. And you just have to be patient. But I just feel bad, you know, for the people who experience this volatility. I mean, look at this chart, guys. Over the year, look at this thing. It looks like the fucking Alps on crack drawn by MC Escher. I mean, look at these pumps and these peaks. You'd think you were dealing with a fucking penny stock that was like sending in some fraudulent data for their testicular cancer cure. I mean, this is not a bank. This is not trading like a bank. And I still submit right here, right now, on the 21st of November, you saw the scale shift to up. I know it's come way back down. I know there's a ton of red, but guys, these are 3 huge dumps, 3 dipsy-doos, and they're shorting the hell out of the stock, and they're wrong. Shorts are fundamentally wrong. Now, they're not really wrong because they don't care if they're wrong. They just want to make money over the short term, maybe the mid-short term. They're playing a different game than us, but you can't lose your nerve. Now, here's my playbook, guys. This is what I do. I'm not recommending you do any of this. I'm not giving any financial advice. I am merely a, slow-witted, portly, middle-aged, pasty, douchey, white, suburban investment douche. I don't know anything. I'm not a financial advisor. If you take advice from me, don't worry about your investments. Go seek psychiatric help. Go get your head examined. Only take financial advice from Canadians because they have Canadian money. It's worth more, particularly the further north you go. In the northern provinces, that money will buy you a lot. So only get Canadian money, only take advice from Canadians. That's what I do. So guys, here's the playbook. If you can turn your minds around this. Look at this crap, whatever I made up. Don't buy short-term calls, and if you must buy the calls, dump them on the pop on Monday. It's the best you're going to do. It's like Sidney Poitier said, it's the only deal you're going to make. So if you're going to buy these short calls, by the time they're going to expire on Friday, dump them on the pop on Monday. There will be a pop on Monday. It's the best you're going to do. Don't hold those things to Thursday. It's dead money. You're a bag holder. You're the sucker. Don't go into any calls on like Tuesday that are going to expire on Friday. It's a fool's errand. It's a sucker's bet. Don't buy these calls that are going to expire quickly. Time decay is working against you. Market makers played you. They know you. They see you coming. You're not that clever. It's like the guy said to Gordon Ramsay in The Runaway Girl of season 1 of the British episode of Kitchen Nightmares. This guy's too clever for you. He's too clever for you. Stop playing games. What a great episode. Okay. I'm not telling you what to do. I only would buy SOFI late on Thursday or Friday. I would never buy SOFI Monday or Tuesday. That's what market makers want you to do. They're pushing the stock up. They're going to push the stock down later in the week. You can get it later lower. Why would you do that? Why would you pay more? Why would you help the market makers in the shorts? Buy on Thursday, buy on Friday. That's what I do. Buy long shares. Buy long shares. Don't get too cute with it. Buy long shares and sell covered calls. That's all you have to do to get rich. That's all you have to do. Buy long shares at quality companies when you have good entry points, when they're at the low, when they're at great value, at maximum fear, and then sell covered calls along the way. That's all you have to do. You're going to make a ton of money. Okay? Buy the fear. Buy the fear. Beyond that, what does that say? Do not land? Oh, do not lend. I can't read my chicken scratch. I should have been a doctor the way I write. I'm just not smart enough. On SOFI's platform, I own a lot of shares on SOFI, just my long core SOFI position. Not really doing anything with the shares. Don't want to sell off. They just want to put them away for a rainy day. It's got quite a few. You can go and chat on SOFI and go and chat on most brokers. Do not lend my shares. Almost all of them have a lending program where they totally screw you. They give you about 10% of what they make. Don't lend them. Don't help the shorts. Stabilize your portfolio. Stop hamstring and stop carrying. Hamstring is when you call yourself a long investor, but you trade in and out all the time. You wash, you chase, you buy on FOMO, you sell on panic, you sell the dip, you smell the rip because you're full of shit. You're not only dishonest on the bulletin boards, you're dishonest with yourself. Stop hamstring. Buy low, sell high. Have discipline. Have conviction. Don't buy garbage. Don't buy garbage. Okay, now I buy some garbage, some penny stocks, but I'm expecting to lose my money trying to hit a home run. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your core portfolio. Stabilize your core portfolio. Stop hamstring, stop Karening. Now, what do I mean by Karening? Your Christmas Karen. It's like where you go out and you blame everybody else for your actions. Oh, the market makers. Oh, the manipulation. The shorts. The shorts are why my wife left me. No, she left because you're an asshole. Okay? You're a needy asshole. And you don't take accountability for your own actions. Buy low, sell high. That's all you have to do. Sell covered calls. That's my entire course. I just gave you my dummies course for free. It's all you need. You don't have to be an expert in this stuff. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You don't have to pretend you understand cap call senior convertible note transactions when you're just a hammer swinging lunkhead. Don't front. There's no future in your fronting. Keep it real. Buy SOFI. It's not advice. Buy it. It's not advice. Buy SOFI. Buy SOFI. Hey now, it's not advice. Buy SOFI, you weak-kneed, paper-handed sacks of shit. Guys, I don't really think I had anything to say in the first place, but yeah, you guys have run out of drugs, so really nobody's watching anymore. I would like to thank J Money, not a lurker. I would like to thank Tevis for joining us. Yeah, no, Tevis seems like a really, really nice. Out of all the guys on that show, he's the one I think has an actual sense of humor. It's kind of like almost like a real person, as close to that as you can get in Canada. But no, I like all the guys, but especially you, Tevis, because you came by and commented on my show. Thank you very much. Would also like to thank Not a Lurker for producing the show. Of course, I'd like to thank Mike Hill for being here, J Mac, Joy Luna, of course, for being the butt of my pantsuit jokes. No pun intended, but thanks, Joy. Like I said, if you want to buy some luxury real estate, but you don't want buyers because they waste your fucking time. You want sellers. You want a listing. List your property. List your luxury coastal property. Please, only properties asking over $10 million. Call Joy and list your property. Buy Flint Creek soap. Buy futures in Tevis's career. That's what I'm doing. That's my future. Chaos is here. Chaos Perez. Let's fucking go. Lorraine subbed and liked. Lorraine! What's wrong with you? Thanks, Lorraine. I really appreciate it. J Mac is here. Not a Lurker, of course, is here. Matt Flo wants $14. You and me both, Matt Flo. Matt Flo wished for a 12-inch pianist, and he's not sure what showed up. Stock Karen is here, of course. Benvenidos y hola, y benvenidos. I ran out of air too fast. I'm too old. Too many unhealthy choices. Don't sub and like. Not a Lurkers on tilt. Mr. Premium. Alberto's buying everybody dinner for the whole turd army. We'll see you at his place very soon. Shout out to Princess J. Absolutely. Nicholas Youngworth, Peruvian bout. Cardiac arrest, Daddy, slow your roll. No, I'm not actually having a heart attack. It's just hotter than hell in here, and I have like 8 layers on, and I'm a fat guy. So yeah, I'm not. Probably my cardiovascular health isn't all that could be, but that's a topic for another show. Adam Cosmos with a very cerebral name. This is the best show on the internet. I completely agree with you, Adam. I do what I can. My dysfunction is on display for all to see, and I don't give a fuck. You know, people are like, oh my god, like, you know, whatever, guys. You're not important. You're a U-turder. I don't care if you have 100,000 subscriptions. I don't care if you have pink hair. I don't care if you pretend you quit every day. I don't care if you wear unbranded baseball caps. I don't care if you used to teach at the high school level. I don't care if you live in a Canadian basement and do Bowflex all day and never see the goddamn sun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. And I love that about Tanner too. He's not afraid to laugh at himself. He's a very real person. He's different off camera, you know. He's trying to put a professional face on it because he's trying to build something, which I totally understand. I'm just trying to tear down, snipe, and joke, so I don't really give a shit. You guys go fuck yourselves for all I care. If you had any lives, you wouldn't be here in the first place. Bunch of losers. That's just one man's opinion. It doesn't really matter. Anybody else buy the dip? We all bought the dip, Ultimate Girl. Ultimate Girl's here. Ultimate Girl from Stock Twits. Awesome. OG SOFI. In the house! U-turders, swing turders, returders, Mr. Premium, what's up, RK? Tevis here. Tevis bought today. I bought today. I bought yesterday. I buy every day. I have so many Leaps contracts, Tevis. So many Leaps contracts. And I was buying a bunch of July 19 $7 calls. I don't know why. I bought like so many. I bought 200 contracts. Oh, that was a lot of contracts. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Hello. It's David Redliner coming at you with a flat-billed baseball cap, a salt and pepper stubbled beard. Coming in late, but he's coming in hot. I'd rather see David Redliner late than half of you assholes early. David Redliner is a fun name to say. It's hard to say Adam Cosmos, not a lurker anymore. No shit, you're not a lurker. You're in charge of the show. You got a wrench. You're not a lurker. Mike Hill's here. James Stuff's here. Stephen the Mountain's here. David M's here. All you fuckers are here. I don't know. Guys, I can't do this anymore. I'm fucking exhausted. Stop hamstring. Stop Karening. Don't buy calls. Don't buy short calls. Only buy leaps. Only buy shares of SOFI late on Thursday or on Friday. Never buy on Monday or Tuesday. Buy long shares. Do not lend. Mark your shares. Do not lend. Never lend your shares to these turds. Give them no quarter. Run them out of town on a rail. Chase them. Harass them. Buy shares. Support the stock. And join the free membership. Support the members. Support SOFI. Be a SOFI customer. Oh, I hate you fucking guys. Have a good weekend, guys. It's un poco mas. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Peace. I'm out.